So you mentioned this Quincy Jones quote about leave your art on the wall.
I love it.
And give the people what they want.
Give them what they want.
And I need you to, have you heard this quote before? Because if not.
I read it in the notes for this.
Okay.
Yes.
Because like.
I hadn't heard it before.
Because I just want you to explain what did he mean when he said that?
You can make music your way only for you as a busker. You can make it for free and not get paid. You can make your music and ride around to it in the car. Most artists who's like, it's all about the art. You're full of shit. You want to get paid. You want to sell out arenas and you want people to show up to see you. So guess what? No matter what you make is your art. You think I'm going in the studio and not doing something that I personally like? I'm just trying to make the best version of it. So again, I am thinking about my consumer alongside while I'm making it. Now here it is. Does my consumer, am I in the studio thinking about my consumer to the point that where they alter my art or they stop me from making music?
That's the thing.
No, I don't know what you're going to like, bro.
Are you making your song as TikTokable as possible?
Some days I am. What's wrong?
Wow.
Boom, baby. Songwriter of the Year fucking nominee said it. Let's go.
Yeah, guess what? Some days you know why? You know why? You think some days LeBron James doesn't want to score the most points ever?
He does.
Okay.
TikTok's how you score the most points ever in the game of fucking music
some days. And guess what? Some days, some days I'm like, yo, bro, and I've written songs that emotionally move me and I haven't been able to sell them. I don't know the artist to sing them. Who's going to sing it? Who's going to cut it? Who's going to put it out? So guess what I'm doing? Riding around to it in my car. It's my art, and I love it. But guess what? My art isn't Lizzo's art. My art isn't Doja's art. How can you get in the studio and be like, I'm making music for Theron, but this is what I want to do? Then make your own fucking music. You don't care about so I go in the studio and I'd be like, what do you want? Oh, that's what you want? Well, let's try to cater to you and give you what you want. But also, you're in a business. Every artist wants someone to invest not just time, money into them. Majority of the artists have not spent their own money to break themselves. Majority. Not saying every artist. Not some artists, they really went out there, did it all on their own. Shout out to y'all. Respect to y'all. Awesome.
But those investors want a return, obviously, on their money.
And you took the fucking money.
Yeah. If you take it, you're kind of signing up for that.
That's the thing.
Okay, but let me bring up what we talked about.
Okay.
We had an internal podcast today, just me and Ben
let's
chopping
do
it up.
I love it.
We were talking about a clip of Rick Rubin, who was talking about his new book he's coming out with.
Yep.
He says the audience comes last.
They do.
But see, that seems
it sounds like a paradox.
No. Yeah, the audience come last, but that don't mean he don't think about the audience. So you telling me Rick Rubin didn't want his records to be big? Rick Rubin, one of the biggest producers in the world, was going in the studio saying, I don't want any hits. I don't care about hits.
It seems like
I'm just gonna make a song. No, yo, bro, Rick Rubin. I don't know you. I love to meet you. There's no creative who is the big. Quincy Jones, Rick Rubin, Dr. Dre. There's no way they didn't make a song like, this shit is going to be huge. I feel good about it. I think it's going to be big. I love it. I'm so excited. It makes me feel good. So I think I'm going to fucking move the world. There's no way you're telling me. And guess what? Right now, in my business, to all the creators, the world is on fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
So moving TikTok, you think moving TikTok is bad? Hey, bruh, 21 Savage, his song is going to break on TikTok. Hey, bruh, Adele is going to be on TikTok. I'm not saying Adele has to go on TikTok and do a video like, hello. She doesn't have to do that. I'm not saying she does.
She should. That'd be funny.
No,
that'd be fucking
guess
funny.
what? I'm not saying that she does, but the way people consume music and the way that they interact with our gift, with our art is different.
Yes.
And guess what? It's TikTok now.
Yes.
But in 10 years, it's going to be another thing.
Yep.
It's constantly changing. The world is constantly changing. The internet and technology is making everything move fast. So, bro, remember when Facebook was the end all be all?
Yeah.
And then and then Twitter and then Instagram and then Snapchat and then
Shit, if your music was popping on MySpace, you were lit. Remember that?
Come on. So I'm just saying, because somebody commented under and was like, I don't agree with the leave your art on the wall. And I'm like, listen, if music is a hobby, if you're like, yo, bro, I go to work every day, but I make some music in the basement and I have a good time. And this is something that I love to do. And oh shit, I made a hit. I didn't even care. It's just something. But if this is your job, yo, bro, I promise you everybody in the NBA doesn't like some of the politics that come with it. But even in the NBA, LeBron James might be like, I want to dunk it. Pass the fucking ball and let him shoot.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, so guess what? If you want to play street ball, you could play street ball. But if you want to play in the NBA, they got rules. You want to play in the NFL, you want to play in the music business, you want to sign the Interscope, Universal, Def Jam, they got rules. Again, if you want to sign to your own label and build it all on yourself, do it however you want. And no one should be able to tell you anything. And guess what? You don't give a fuck. You're like, bro, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if the fans show up, they don't show up. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Cool. But the minute you're like, this is my job, yo, I promise you, Louis Vuitton thinks some of those shirts are ugly.
But they know they're going to sell.
They're like, bro, we got to make things for them too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to think on the consumer if you're making things for consumption. If you're not, then cool. But if you're making things for consumption, you have to. Even if it's a little bit, you got to think on the consumer. So I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
TikTok it up, baby.
Yeah.
Man, just the whole art versus meets business thing is just always so crazy.
Yeah.
How they just interact. You know, there's so many like things that don't seem to line up. But like, if you want to make art your business, you have to line them up. And it's just tough.
And I do think that like sometimes Rick Rubin does come across as like, I don't know. He comes across too much
like a wizard.
Yeah, like just too much of
ancient
that
guru.
he's not thinking about some of these things that Theron alleges that he probably is, at least to some degree.
I love Rick Rubin, but Rick Rubin also was the same person that made Run DMC cut Walk This Way, and they hated it, thought it was going to be bad for their career. And Rick Rubin was like, no, this is going to change your life.
It was like the first rap rock crossover.
Yeah.
And now you see it all the time.
But
and he didn't just do that out of the like, this is just something
art.
I want to hear.
No, this is going to be big. and Russell Simmons got Def Jam, and we need to make some motherfucking money.
Exactly, bro. That's my point, man. And I think, you know, our platform is for people who are trying to make careers or are making careers and trying to elevate their careers. So I think this is why I wanted you to speak on it, because we do have some people that come into like our live streams or like our comment section, and they're really talking crazy about like basically the other side of the spectrum, which is the hobbyist. And that's fine.
No, both sides need to coexist. Too much business makes sucky music.
True.
Yeah. Too much art is sucky music too, though.